Hey guys, welcome to the video. So today we'll take a look at another game in Armies of Exigo, and it will be a 1v1 between me and Suwak on the map Terraform. So let's unpause it. In this game I spawned in the bottom right corner with the green Empire actually, and in the top left corner we have Suwak with the yellow color and the Race of Beast. So yeah, Empire versus Beast. I think I show more Fallen versus Beast games here with Suwak on the channel because of course Fallen is my main and Suwak is now maining Beast. But in this game we went for Empire, which I considered my weakest race for quite a bit of time, but lately I think I'm probably better with Empire than Beast. Also because Empire is kinda broken, but that's for another topic. I don't actually remember what exact patch this was, so what were like the exact values, because we are experimenting with multiple things. Increasing the price of disciples, mainly gems price, but also gold. Then reducing it a little bit, but still higher than the original price, but also nerfing resurrection. So I really don't remember what exact patch this was. If we'll get into the late game, we can maybe check the prices when I will be getting the researches. But it was probably played in like the last one, maximum 2 months ago. So not that too long ago. But yeah, Suwak of course opening here with Arena and Stables, trying to close it in the choke point to prepare for an expansion. I'm doing the exact same thing. I actually didn't build it on the side like he did here, sticking it to the cliff, so he has fully closed it on one side and then just one entrance on the other side. Instead, I actually built it in the middle, so I have now entrances from both sides, but they are both more narrow. Even though it's not actually that much visible here, because I actually made the farm a little bit more in the back, but this is mainly to first of all protect the tower like this a little bit more, even though you could also do it with two buildings in front of it. But at the same time I don't want to have the squishy farm in the front, so I will rather just place second barracks here later, and then I will have one entrance here. What I actually think I did here, I didn't look at it in the beginning of the video, but I think I placed one barracks here with the peasant that I was going to build these barracks, and then I placed the second barracks, which deleted the old ones before they even started building it, and place this in the perfect position for me to later put second barracks here in this location and fully close it. Yeah, so this is a small trick you can do to perfectly position your buildings. Just place the building there first, and before the villager gets there to start building it, place the second building on the position you actually want to start with immediately. Of course I could also just build the first barracks here first and make these ones later, but then the tower wouldn't be perfectly in the middle, which I wanted to have, so I can cover basically this whole entrance with that one tower. So yeah, my town hall on the expansion is starting. We are on what is it, 40%. He's a little bit ahead, of course. He has 10 seconds faster build time on the stronghold, so he will finish it sooner. He's also getting Weapon Master, kinda interesting, getting it before the Goblin Hut. That would almost show, like, intensifies him to go for like a warrior push instead of goblins. But I don't think that will really be the case. Probably just wants to start getting the upgrades as soon as possible, because unless you want to make like 2 Weapon Masters or Blacksmith or Incubators, you have to get the upgrades one by one, and that can take quite a bit of time because they usually take a lot of time to research. So this can be quite a decent tool. Also he will be gathering wood more efficiently, faster, so that's also nice. I'm also getting Blacksmith now, even though he already finished the Weapon Master. I just started with the Blacksmith.
Building complete, my lord.
And now he's also getting the Goblin Hut, so preparing for the goblins, and yeah, indeed he's getting a Sharp Blade upgrade immediately. He didn't even make a tower. To be honest, it's not really that common anymore to make totems as Beast, because you just have the strongest army in the early game, especially if you stay defensive and can kill someone in a choke point, so there is really no need for spending resources on the tower. It would be different if you would have like a more open entrance, maybe a map where you don't have the second base this easily accessible and it's on open field, and you will be against like Fallen who can go for Stinger Rush or something like that, or even Swordsman push from humans. Then you might want to make a totem, but if it's this choke point and we have goblins early on, you should be pretty much fine. I already made one tower here, preparing for the expansion. Yeah, so like ultra early on, but my opponent is actually already expanding. I made 11th century, created my Dryad, and Wasn't perfectly timed, but we need only like 10% more on this stone keep upgrade, and we can immediately start making a phoenix. And here I finally placed the second barracks, as you can see, now fully closing this. Now I make a temple here, even more covering the tower, and also getting the nice healing area here. And as you can see, there is only one really narrow entrance. Everything is covered by one tower, and now we have a really good building placement here, which is really difficult to push because I also have the two tankiest buildings in the front. Now I also go for expansion, definitely. A little bit later, he's already at like 60% almost of the build time. But I have the tower here, so at least we are safe. His one warrior won't be able to do anything. And now I start placing down my Eyes of the Forest, so we have some vision. As you can see, I don't really have any units yet. I just made one swordsman. My opponent already has like 6 goblin hunters and also 4 barons. Getting a 5th one now, and also 2 warriors, yeah, so pretty decent army. Also 1 minion scout here. But we are getting the vision now, which is important. Here he will maybe scout me, but yeah, we have the tower there, so no problem. And now I finally got the phoenix, so we can start scouting him. I'm also immediately getting resurrection once we get the temple, and making 2 priests in my barracks. Producing more and more peasants, and also getting teamwork, so we can start power building, more expansions, and not fall behind on the population. He now goes for a totem on the expansion, and also builds Dark Altar and 2 more arenas, so we're trying to prepare for fast production, and also Harpy Nest for potentially some harpies, either for scouting or for confusion, which is mainly used against catapults, against Empire, which I don't usually make, but you can still use it against like mages or something. So as you can see, this was kinda lucky. I avoided his warrior pretty nicely. I think he should see this. He's probably just on hold position because he knows about the tower maybe. But I just ran here with 5 peasants immediately when I got the teamwork, and I'm power building my expansion pretty quickly now.
Our forces are under attack.
Here I scouted him. He's placing an expansion now as well. As you can see, it's like 30 population ahead. Even though we have basically the same resources, here the expansions may be a little bit faster, but overall not too big of a difference. Seems like he has actually maybe Berries of Haste for faster movement speed from Weapon Master. Seems to be running kinda quick. So unfortunately he found his base, but I have 2 swordsmen already here. Unfortunately he will still kill the peasant. Maybe? No, he actually cancelled the last hit, but could have killed this peasant. But we saved it, finished it, and of course immediately we need to power build some towers as well for protection. Because he's already coming, and we don't really have too many units to protect it now. We are on 3 barracks, but 1 is advanced barracks, so basically 4. I'm already getting obsidian tower, so pretty quick castle. And also iron sword upgrade. For now we have 2 armor upgrades, which is of course the main priority against goblin riders who have splash damage. He's getting lots of witches and also more goblins. And also 2 lizard fortresses and revive altar for the superior boomerang upgrade, and more upgrades here. As you can see, he's already on 1 and 1, so we are both on 2 upgrades. He's getting the 3rd one now. My 3rd one will be a little bit later, but not too big of a difference. We both started basically making the upgrades immediately when we got the blacksmith or weapon master, and didn't stop since then. He just did it a little bit earlier. Here he found my Dryad. Fortunately we can use invisibility, so not a problem. We just escape with the cloak of invisibility somewhere and continue placing the flowers. As you can see, I have the vision basically everywhere. He cannot get to me without me scouting him, so that's really good. That's another thing for which he could use the harpy, to just scout the flowers and destroy them. As you can see, now he's producing 3 harpies at once, also getting gaseous form, potentially for some job harassment. His 4th base is ready. Unfortunately I don't have too good saturation, so he definitely has more resources, and as you can see now I'm drained on gems. He has some wood problems, so kinda balanced, but of course you can fix wood problems way easier than gems problems. And we have same gold, and he's still like 40 population ahead now, so that's totally crazy. But I already have 2 mages in my army. Most likely Decree is also researched, getting the gnome workshop, not really for catapults, but mainly for upgraded towers. Also 2 more barracks in this base. First of all to protect the tower a little bit better, and also to get some more production buildings. Because for now we have only 4 barracks, 1 being advanced. And now you finally get this base, which gives you more gems. I don't like to take this base too early, even though I usually take it before this one in the corner. But my earlier expansion is always this one. But this is also fine. You get lots of gems here, which is really good for Empire, but the problem is that you can get really easily harassed from here. So that's the main problem. And I mean, I'm against Suwak, so he will almost always just place a Warlock here and poison fog the villagers to death. Or just few goblins and a troll, something like that. But yeah, or even Striders, even harder to kill. Here I made some small push. Unfortunately, he has the Striders here, so I will have to come with my Phoenix from somewhere. And here he actually goes for my expansion. I'm getting the tier 3 towers here, 2 of them, Jaeger towers, but of course that's not enough to kill his whole army. But I scouted him, thanks to the flowers, so I'm coming with my army now, which he sees. Seems like he still wants to go for the fight, he doesn't have any trolls or warlocks, and I have few mages, so we should be fine. But if he has confusion, he can now confuse these 4 mages, I won't have anything to dispel it with, and he can potentially kill my army. But I don't know if he has confusion, maybe not. We didn't stop this base, but we killed the villager maybe, but he's making another one here, yeah, so not the best, but at least we have this base now, so some more resources there are gonna be happening. But I'm on 140 population, he is basically on full, so that's also a big difference. But now we go for the push, which is really good. I should buff these units hopefully. Decree, not the most value. Borons can survive it for quite long time. Actually take less damage from cold, didn't even know that, but that doesn't really make too much of a difference unless you are like against nightmares or something. I still have few swordsmen harassing here, but he has the striders there, so really not achieving much. And here he actually came with 7 warriors, and I scouted him once again thanks to the flowers, but I really don't have any units at home to protect there. But we stopped this base, even though he has a strider there, he's not using him, maybe can't even pass through here. It's maybe only for small units, and strider has a bigger area. But now I actually started making knights, so 4 knights you'd be able to deal with these 7 warriors, even though he has better upgrades and I don't have prayer and horse armor. Should be still nice. I maybe try to cast a decree here. Unfortunately he has now warlocks as well, so poison fog is a bit of a problem. He has a totem there, but at least he's not gathering there now, which I'm also not able to do here. But I saved the base even though I lost my villagers, so not bad. And now I have all of these knights here plus some swordsmen that I can use and start rushing here even more. Plus we are already stopping this. At the same time we are fighting here on the top side, so lots of split pushing, fighting on multiple places. We are also power building another base here. Fortunately, because of the flower, it has to be a little bit more on the side, but it's still fine. Mainly the gems mine will be usable with only 2 villagers. Yeah, so lots of warlocks, but fortunately we should still have enough dispels. I mean, enough mana from all of these mages for dispels, even though now I didn't even use it. Now finally, yes. Of course, I'm still also fighting on other places. Yeah, here I'm harassing him, even though there is still the strider. I have all of my swordsmen on like half HP. Now he definitely already has confusions as well, but I have lots of mana for decrees. He actually killed all of my swordsmen with the decree, but yeah, we still have the priests we can resurrect, it's not that big of a problem. And they are resurrecting with more than 200 HP, so this was not the newest patch at least, where it was reduced from 300 to 200, the amount of HP that you get when you resurrect a unit. He actually found my expansion and stopped it, but now he's not gathering here. We stopped these 2 bases. And now he's on 4 against my 5, so we should be ahead. Even though once again maybe not full saturation everywhere. I don't have a tower here, we should definitely fix that. But I have lots of gold in stock, he has some as well, but not that many. Or that much, yeah, and he has definitely more gems and wood, that's true. Also more population still. I could be producing more now, yeah, now I started making more knights. Because in this push I didn't really have any knights, I just used them for harassment. I actually left one here to stop this again. Still a few swordsmen running around. He poison fogged my villagers, but we pull back. And here we start chasing him again. But he's pushing with another army here, even though I have the maximum towers here. Maximum upgrade, they are not really able to deal with this. So now I was more of like, okay, he has already too many split pushes that are too strong, and I don't want to deal with that, so let's just go for one final push and finish him, because we have the army for that. So we just continue pushing here. Quick dispel, decrease, once again dispel, and we still have mana for resurrection, yeah, so it doesn't really matter. My knights are now coming, and of course, yeah, this base will fall, but it was still an extra base for me, so we won't really be behind. And now I am the one on full population, he's 20 population behind. Also he started losing borons, so he can't even reproduce. I have lots of gold, he has none. He has some gems and wood, yeah, but can't really utilize it. He now started making ogres, that would be definitely really good before I got the knights, or even after that, yeah, ogres are overall really strong. Even knights can't really stop them sometimes. But the advantage is that knights get the same upgrades as swordsmen, so when I leveled up swordsman, or not leveled up, but upgraded them in blacksmith, the knights are now also upgraded. I can of course get horse armor and prayer as well, but the base upgrades are still here, while ogres don't have the same upgrades as goblins and warriors. They have to get separate upgrades in the henge, so now his ogres are of course way weaker. And if you would be like messing them, I could also add some pikemen, yeah, so that's not a problem. Some confusions, but we can dispel that. He destroyed another base, that's true. But of course if we destroy his main, that should be GG. And yeah, he called it a bullshit race, which it of course is. It's Empire, but yeah, we have to deal what we have. With what we have. But yeah, 22 minutes, let's check the results. 124 kills, 84 kills. Experience, researches, buildings, and resources. Kinda balanced resources, I would say, overall. We actually had a little bit more gold. As we saw, yeah, he had more gems, but he also spent less, so he had lots of in stock that he didn't really use. Same for wood. Even though the wood was definitely reasonable as beast, because if he would continue reproducing lots of borons, if he would somehow stop me, then of course it would be really important to have all of this in stock. But yeah, GG's, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one, so take care guys.